year of independence is 1945 in Indonesia. One of the first powerful local record label is Irama Records. It was established in 1951 by Suyoso Karsono. The great thing about the 1950s Indonesian music, it's responsible for the birth of the other record labels such as Nusra Records, Remako, Irama Records, and especially Lokananta. Lokananta belongs to the government. It's Sukarno's thing. Yeah, the government supports the scene because it's powerful. It's the most casual art form, maybe. Sukarno, with his policy against neo-colonialism or imperialism, the Western cultures, through Hollywood, through rock and roll music. Back then, it was all about nationalism. If you want to sing a song, or if you're in a band or something, you have to sing a song that had a nationalism spirit on it, or traditional music. But the kids still can listen through Australian radio. It's built tall antenna and everything. Rock and roll music. And they're young people and they know the trend. They know that they can play straight rock and roll and things like that. They fuse it. It's the clash between those things that make the music fantastic. Of course, the influences from the West. The late 50s, all those bands like The Ventures, especially the English one, The Shadows. It is the blueprint of the 1960s Indonesian backing band. Then 1963, 1964, it was Beatlemania, like the Beatles all over. So it's changed the direction and the consciousness of the young people in Indonesia back then. But the government didn't like it back then. So they were like cats, try to catch the mouses. They try to cut the hair of the young people, long hair and things like that. And in 1965, right before the coup d'etat, the so-called Indonesian Communist Party, the Dara Puspita, the four girls, young girls, they're late teenagers, report the government every morning up until afternoon. These guys always asked Dara Puspita the same question every day, and they asked Dara Puspita to play Beatles songs. It's been a hard days. Okay, stop. Play music that you should play. Burung Kakatua, it's Indonesian music. Every day, until one day, the guys started to play the music that you can play. They play Indonesian music, and they play the music that you cannot play. Play Beatles songs, and then for the next time they ask, play the music that you can play. They play Rolling Stone songs. What's that? The Rolling Stones? Well, not the Beatles. Okay, good. And then 1966, 1967. It's the start of the New Order. They brought down Sukarno, and suddenly everything's free, and you can play anything you like. Like any third world countries, the mixture between popular culture from the West back then, the countercultural stuff with Indonesian stuff is just so amazing. It's kitschy at the very best. It's over the top sometimes. It's just crazy. So in the 70s, there was a new direction, like more harder stuff and much more eclectic stuff from the influences from the West. Especially in the 1970s, the music industry is so much changing back then in Indonesia because of the revolution that was made by audio cassette. Finally, the people can get access to their music, not from the radio like it used to. It's like they can buy it. Up until 1987, music from abroad were in audio cassettes in Indonesia. They were all pirated stuff. They were bootlegged from vinyls by these Indonesian record label bosses. It's Indonesia, I mean, it's okay. It's good actually because as Indonesian, we know so many kinds of music. You can imagine one very rare prog rock albums can turn into thousands of audio cassettes. Back then, it's the development, the consciousness of the young people back in Indonesia is starting to grow. Because there's more young people who are studying, more intellectuals. So they dig intellectual music for their status. All those kids playing music, lots of them. When the record label refused to release their stuff, most of them actually from middle and upper class, they recorded it themselves. They sell it on the streets in the Jakarta fair. Yeah, suddenly everything changed in 1987, 88 maybe, after Bob Geldof, because Live 8, it was shown live in television, right? And some of the pirates here got connection, and they bootlegged the show and duplicated on audio cassette. And they say that Quincy Jones or something found it, and he told Bob Geldof. He went straight to the Indonesian government, blah, 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 blah. And suddenly, you just cannot find any international releases in record store in Indonesia. And suddenly, in the 90s, all those labels, international labels like EMI, Warner, Universal, everyone, they're here. And people here, most of Indonesian, like middle to lower class especially, they don't want to buy music, actually, yeah, because they are hungry. They'd rather get some food or something. We grew with pirated stuff. In general, it's just fantastic what happened in Indonesia right now. Yeah, we owe the pirates, actually. It's what make the kids doing it more seriously right now, because they know they've been watched. I mean, like any other kid, we got like social media accounts and everything, and suddenly it's easier here. I mean, like maybe because the nature, I mean, like of us Indonesians, I mean, like we like to like help each other and things like that. It's fantastic. Yeah.
One more time, man.
My name is Jabs, and I am the lead singer in the band Indische Party. I live in South Jakarta, alongside many members of the music and art community. Most bands in Jakarta come from the same family tree that continues to grow as the community grows. We have studied our history right back to the roots. And we play rock and roll as we understand it, not how the mainstream tells us to play music. Jakarta is a multicultural place where people of many religions and nationalities share the same space. Indonesian culture is a culture of sharing. We share this city with many great musicians. We all live to make music. Every day I get up and work as a freelance video editor. Sometimes I also make music videos for other bands. Most of my spare times I spend with the band writing music, going to the gigs, and hang out with the guys from my college. I work to survive, so I can play music and share it with others.
My name is Jacob, from Indische Party and I play bass.
My name is Tika from Indische Party and I play drums.
I live in the southern part of Jakarta, far away from the center of the city. I ride motorcycles to race against time in Jakarta. The traffic has got worse day by day in Jakarta because more and more people are coming from outside Jakarta for a living.
The population in the city consists of many different origins: Batavian, Javanese, Chinese, and people from all over Indonesia.
For them, Jakarta is a place that offers hope, even though that hope is only a dream.
My name is Kubil, the guitarist from Indische Party. I live with Jap at Atlantis Studio, a practice place for the music community in Jakarta.
Atlantis is our base camp. We prepare everything for our first album launching. To be a successful band in Jakarta, we must do everything ourselves.
Atlantis is the home for Indische Party, but also builds other bands: The Upstairs, Jacob's Band, Karon'n'Roll, Morphem, Sentimental Moods, Fisco, Old Paper, That's Rockefeller, Bikinis, White Shoes and Couples Company, Menyimpang, Brandels, The Porno, Stairway to Zina, and many more.
Indonesia has the world's largest Muslim population. I myself came from a Muslim family, but the majority of Muslims in Jakarta are open-minded, so it's free for every genre in Jakarta to express themselves in music.
My name is Steve. lead singer and guitar player in the band Karon'n'Roll. Seems to me to make a community of solid art and music is openness to know each other and share. We are all brothers in one unified umbrella, art and music.
Ever since the 50s, Indonesian rock and roll music has been heard until outside the nation.
Through great bands like Tillman Brothers, AKA, Koos Blues, Blue Diamonds, and lots of other bands. Rock and roll is universal. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, or yellow.
Ever since Indonesia gained its independence, globalization, information from television, and now internet makes Western influence grows, blend together with the traditional culture.
Tapi tadi sih ada kipas di atas. Gambarnya. Serius mas? Mau nyembah pohon. Apaan? Nyembah pohon. Ini bagus sih. Apa tuh?
As an Indonesian rock and roll band, we just play from the heart.